Okay, so powers of attorney, very important.
Do you have to already have it on all those different documents?
Separate one document. Yep, the HIPAA is a separate document. Okay, so wills and trusts. I'm often asked what's the difference between a will and a trust. Well, if I have a will, does a will have to go through probate? Who says yes to that? Not willing to commit, huh? Anyone say no, doesn't have to go through probate? Well, good lawyer answer here. The real answer is it depends. But in most cases, the answer is yes. If you have a will has to go through probate. Okay? Well, what is probate? Probate, in a word, probate is a pain. So it's a public process where the courts are involved, there are delays, expenses. So if John dies, Agnes, his executor, has to take the will down to the courthouse. The original will can't be a copy, death certificate, all these other forms that she has to fill out, an inventory of the estate, all the money stuff. She takes all these forms down to the courthouse to be appointed executor. The court, it's going to collect its fee. There's always a fee for everything in the probate process. And then she files all these forms. They look over them, and if they're correct, they appoint Agnes as executor of the estate. Then she has to notify all the heirs, the beneficiaries. There's a second cousin that they haven't spoken to in 20 years, but the second cousin has to be notified. Adults who are potential heirs of the estate, they all have to be notarized. They're given a period of time to contest the will. Why? Who knows? But these rules are hundreds and hundreds of years old from England originally. We just pretty much incorporated all these probate rules. It can take weeks, often months. And Agnes, maybe get frustrated with this, as often happens. They go out and hire an attorney. She hires an attorney to do the probate for her. And probate attorneys will typically charge anywhere, 4 or 5% of the estate to probate the will for Agnes to do all the accountings, to see her through all those steps. So it can be a very expensive and time-consuming process. The will is prone to challenge. The second cousin might decide to challenge, to contest the will. The reason why I say it postpones prosperity is because while all this is going on, let's say there's an accounting being filed or even a will contest, during all that time, the beneficiaries don't get a penny until all these accountings have been balanced. Everything has to balance to the penny. The will contest, that has to be decided before any of the beneficiaries under the will get a dime. That all has to be resolved. So those are all reasons why probate is such a pain. Good news though, if you have a trust, the trust completely avoids the probate process. So the trust goes to who you want, when you want, and how you want them to get it. But we want to make sure that we have the right type of trust. Okay, we have a trust that's not going to cost us valuable VA or other Medicaid or other government benefits later on.